Hello and welcome back to my Terraria Let's Play. Okay, so this arena is definitely not designed for the Frost Moon event, which is what we're going to do next with the Naughty Present. So we're going to trigger that at 7:30. We're going to die probably quite a bit, but I'm going to try swapping my wings for the shield, the bundle of balloons for the Star Veil, and my boots for this the Worm Scarf. We're going to see how we do. Here we go. Probably going to die quite a bit on this one. This one's pretty tough. I'm going to start just with the cannon just to see if I can get some easy kills. But after that, and when the bosses start coming in, it should probably get much more challenging. And I know it will, because everything won't spawn right there. But if we can rip through some of these first waves, we should be fine. Now you should also note that I've already farmed this off camera, so I've gotten all the drops. I'm doing this mainly to just show you what spawns and what you need to do to try to survive. Basically, I'm on the broom as my new mount. And right now, it's this arena is actually not doing terrible, if I'm being honest. I mean, it's absolutely ripping through these first couple of waves, but once the Ice Queens come out, we're going to have to actually start fighting for real. Okay, and these guys, obviously, right? Oh, I didn't even buff up, wow. Okay, there's the damage I was waiting for. We're going to just let this arena do as much work as it can. As we progress the waves, it's important to note that everything just gets harder and harder. So, I mean, obviously, you can see these guys are just going everywhere. We got little Santa tanks, we got little elf helicopters, and all I'm going to do is just run around and, or fly around, I should say, and just try to survive. Once the Ice Queens come out, it'll be way more hectic. Right now, actually, I mean, if I'm being honest, it doesn't even look that bad right now, but it will. So far, so good, though, if I do say so myself. Just switching back and forth to cannons. We've got the Ever Screams down here, which are the trees. And the Santas or Santa NK1s, in case you're wondering. And then the Ice Queens, I believe, are the... she'll be coming out shortly. Okay, that definitely hits me. Alright, let's get rid of some of these guys. Now, the more you do this event, what'll end up happening is you can, as you do the event, you'll get the banners, and if you put the banners out, it'll make other runs a little easier for obvious reasons, right? Okay, let's take care of this tank. We are doing this on Master Mode difficulty, in case you're wondering. So, there is that. Okay, here's the first Ice Queen. So she just, I wouldn't say she's terrible, but she's pretty evasive. So it just takes time, you know? We've got nothing else doing any other killing. That's the downside. This is when you can kind of come in a little bit and do some damage to her. So far, not bad. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so what happened was I got frozen, which I wasn't expecting, if I'm being honest. Let's go down here and get some honey buff. All we're gonna do is just try to survive. If I don't die, I would be absolutely amazed, but something tells me that will happen. Maybe that's what those things do, is they freeze you. I'm not really sure. I'm supposed to be immune to most things, but clearly not everything. It would make sense that she would be able to freeze you, I guess. Okay, we'll just try to get in there and get as much damage as we can. Alright, there we go. Cool. Okay, and we immediately get another one, so that just means we can't really do... Yeah, we can't just stand there. We've got to actually move. This is what I meant by, this would make you kind of be a little more agile here. We've only got until the beginning of the next day, so 4:30. to kill as many things as we can and get as high in the waves as you can. Now, the higher the waves you go, the more likely you are to get drops. Plus, we have the luck boost and a bunch of other, you know, potions active. So, clearly, we also have our little gnome friend, which also reduces damage taken, from what I understand. But since we're having to focus on the queen here, we can't really do a whole lot. We are staying alive, though, interestingly enough. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe my strategies. Okay, that's bad, obviously, but that we got frozen, and that immediately made us drop out of our broom mount here. Maybe I was just doing not great strategies when I used to die over and over. It's possible. I mean, it was, you know, you get better and better at this game as you play it. Okay, now, we immediately got another Ice Queen, so that's, normally that's what you want, right? But in our case, we can't make progression on the waves. The top wave is wave 20. Once you hit wave 20, it just starts throwing everything at you non-stop. So, we're not getting any kills down here anymore, really, obviously. So we're not going to be progressing the waves at all, which is not great, but at the same time, again, this is just to kind of show you what's going on, what to expect for this type of event. Like I said, I've already farmed this off camera, so not too terribly worried about that. Get in here and get a little extra damage. She has 56,000 health. While this blade, the Terra blade is amazing, but 56,000 health is quite a bit of health, so took some contact damage there. Let's buff up again. I mean, we're still. Oh, it's that blast freeze or that blast wave that did it. Okay, we've got a bunch of cool stuff there. Okay, let's just see if we can. Let's see if we can do something like this. Try to heal ourselves. Try to get a little bit more damage in. Again, this is what's progressing the waves. Once you got all your banners out, if you really, really wanted to farm this, that's what you'd want to do. Obviously, the bosses, I don't think, have trophies. So I'm pretty sure they don't. Okay, we got to get out of the way for that. Watch out for the presents that are coming down. Ooh, that was close. And now we've got an Ice Queen, so we're going to have to pay attention to this now. Okay. It looks like we're almost out of time, and we only got to wave 15. I'd say that's, so far, I'd say that's pretty decent considering, and I'd hate to say I don't die, and then of course I'll die, but I expected to die a lot faster, to be quite honest, so. Okay, so that little blast wave must have a chance to freeze you, because it didn't freeze me that time when it hit. As you can see, you definitely have to be paying attention to what you're doing here. Got a lot of stuff shooting at us now. The fact that I'm still alive is a miracle. If we can get another kill on her, that'd be amazing. Okay, there it is. Amazing, amazing. Okay, this guy is, what am I doing? I really don't want to get hit by those, like, little bombs. Let's just try to kill this guy. This guy's really been annoying. Okay, we've got another Ice Queen. And there's no way we're going to finish her off before morning. We made it to wave 16. Your mileage may vary. That might be really far for you, or it might be really not far at all. The fact that we were able to speed through the initial waves until the first Ice Queen spawn is what helped us. And we've got our broom mount, so that's helping us quite a bit as well. And there it is, 4:30. We actually survived that whole thing without dying once. I am impressed. I have to be honest. I don't think I've ever done that event and not died. I mean, countless times. So I don't know how I pulled that off. And as you can see, I must have gotten the little. Every time I pick up a pet, it always immediately puts it on, even though in my tab, I have pets off. I don't know why it does that. But that's what the little Ice Queen pet looks like, so we can get rid of that. Okay, now, this is the only loot that we got during this run, right? So it's not bad. Wow, demonic. So this is the Christmas sword that you get as a drop. That's from an Ever Scream, I'm pretty sure. The North Pole is definitely from the Queen. It's a pretty neat spear, as you can see. It does quite a lot of cool stuff. Let me turn this off. Get out of here. Okay. Cannon, I can't shoot it, but I'm going to guess it. I'm not sure if it shoots, I guess it might shoot missiles is what it says. Launches homing missiles. I must not have the ammo that I need. Elf Melter. This thing's actually a pretty neat weapon. Pretty cool. It's like a little, I'm assuming it's like a flamethrower, but blue flame. We got the Blizzard Staff. That's from the Queen. The Elf Melter, I think, is from the Santa. We got an elf shirt, elf pants, star shrub. So this summons a little pet, an Ever Scream pet. So the little tree. See, I'll turn it on so you can see. There he is. Yay! Look at him. That's cool. Look at him with little jets, so you can follow me. Okay. So that's what that looks like. And you already saw the Queen. Obviously, this drops from her. We've got a relic. We got a banner for the gingerbread. We got Ice Queen. We got the Santa. We got a elf banner. Okay, that's what we got during our run. Okay, now I'm going to show you what you get if you actually farm it over and over and over again. Boom. So you've already seen this. You've already seen that. This. You can get this is the chain gun, the chain minigun. The Santa drops that. Pretty awesome for ranged. You didn't see the Razor Pine. This is magic. This is actually quite powerful for a magic user. And then you can see trophies as well. I got the trophies for all three of them. So, and then you also get presents, which is interesting. I'm going to show you right here all the presents. Once you scan, I think it's 10 of them. You'll get from this line down is all the present stuff. We'll get to that in a second. Okay, you can also get festive wings, which are quite good. The hook, you can get a summonable mount, reindeer mount. You can get a little toy tank, which is basically just, well, it looks like it's a rideable Santa tank mount, which is also pretty cool. You've already seen that, and you've already seen that. So out of the packages, these are kind of lower level. You can get Red Rider, you can get the Star Anise, I guess. This is a pickaxe, but as you can see, it's very, very entry level. Giant bow, reindeer antlers, Mrs. Claus little outfit. You can get a snow hat, ugly sweater, tree mask, tree shirt, and tree pants. Little toolbox that helps your range. So like if you're building, that'd be cool for that. You can get eggnog that restores life. Christmas pudding. It's improvement to a major stats. That's actually pretty good. So for journey mode, you could potentially have this, get 5 of these, and then just have a major stat boost all the time pretty quickly. Sugar cookies, that's also a major one. This is a major one. Wow, okay. Snow globes. Now this summons the Frost Legion, which we might do at some point. It's pretty lackluster. All it does is summon a bunch of snowmen, and it's nowhere near as rewarding as this. We may or may not do that. I might just skip that because there's just not much to it. You don't really get anything out of it. It's just kind of a cute event. You get coal. Holly, and this is placeable, and then you get blocks. All these blocks you can use to actually build more stuff. So pretty neat stuff there. Okay, now what are we going to do? What is next on the agenda? You might be surprised to learn. I'm just getting rid of all this except for these. I'll put these in here. Okay. You might be surprised to learn we are immediately going to go in and do our. I'm going to. Okay, let me rephrase this. I am going to attempt to fight the Lunatic Cultist. Now, if we die, then we die, and I'm going to have to wait for them to respawn, which means I can't immediately do it again. We're going to try it. This is going to in turn start the solar pillars, which will in turn lead right in to the Moon Lord. When you defeat the 4th pillar, impending doom, occurs, and at some point the Moon Lord will spawn in and fight you. So these little guys spawn, I believe it's after you kill Golem. I believe it is. It might be after playing Terra, but I'm pretty sure it's after Golem. And once you do that, if you trigger these guys and kill all 4 of them, the Lunatic Cultist spawns. You have to kill him, and he drops. He basically starts the full event. So we're gonna try our luck. I have no idea if I'm gonna be able to survive this or not, but yeah, there's only one way to find out. He's got a pattern. There are certain things that he does when he goes into his form where there's 3 of them. If you don't pick the right form and kill it, you basically get penalized with a really tough dragon, I think, that you have to kill. It's been a while since I fought these guys, so here we go. Here goes nothing. I'm just going to try it, and we're going to see what happens. Let me get rid of this and that, and we're just gonna go for it here. I'm going to do this, and then I'm also going to I'm going to get one more of these guys out. Yep, we got 3 of them. All right, let's go. Let's hope for the best. Okay, here he is. He's not happy. Okay. It's been a very, very long time since I fought this guy. You can see he has a decent amount of health on master mode, so he hasn't done the thing where he does his images. So okay, here it is. I bet. Yep. Okay. With this blade, it's actually pretty easy to find which one is which. But if you're using a weapon that doesn't do nearly the AOE, it can be a lot harder. Okay, well, so far... Okay, yeah, here we go. Now we're getting to the harder stuff. I was going to say, so far it hasn't been that terribly bad. Maybe I just have way high defense. I don't know. Okay, we picked correctly again. If you pick wrong, he will try to penalize you. And where these things spawn on your map is relative to how big your map is and where you built, if you're curious. So we're going to have pillars. It's just going to pick its spawns here. Uh-oh. There's the dragon. Okay, there it is. And we are right under the celestial, that's bad. I don't want to do the pillars just yet. So okay. Well, so what we're going to do is we're going to look at our map, and we're going to see right where our pillars are. So we've got the vortex. Oh my gosh, that's right above our house. That's really not good. We've got the solar pillar is right on top of this house. That means everybody's probably going to die there. This one, the nebula, won't be as bad to do, I don't guess. Oh, and this is right next to all our people here. Yikes. This is another example of why, and I've mentioned this before, but looking back on this, I do not think I would pick a small world again. I know every time I play this game, I can never remember why it is I don't want a small world. This is another example of why. I honestly would pick a large world no matter what. It's more exploration. You get more stuff that gets put on the map just because there's more space. Sometimes you get special things like pyramids in the desert. Our desert is about as small as you could possibly have a desert. You get more space to build, and these are much more spread out. So I've never seen them spawn this close to my my villagers, but you know, it is what it is. Because there's so many spots where I have like areas, it just has to choose. So I mean, this is really unfortunate. This is by far the most annoying and challenging one in my opinion, because if you jump in the air, there's a worm that will kill you if it hits you. It's like a one shot, I believe. I think that's how, unless they've patched it since, that's how it used to be, I'm pretty sure. The vortex pillar, just so you have an idea when we come back for the next episode, each one of these drops ingredients that you can use to craft new stuff. Ancient Manipulator is how you actually craft that stuff, so you'll definitely want that. That drops from the cultist that we just murdered, and we did get his relic, which is cool. Summons a... Oh, wow. We got to summons a baby phantasmal dragon. That's cool. That's a master mode drop. I don't even know that I've ever seen that. I don't know. It seems like they've been adding stuff to the game since the last time I did like a full playthrough, because I don't recall that, or maybe I just never got the drop. I don't know. I always play it on master mode, or whatever the top difficulty is. What is this, anyways? Yeah, master. Okay. Okay. Anyways, so each one of these pillars has fragments when you kill it. So the way it works is, and I'll try to remember not to re-explain this when I start the next episode, but you basically fight enemies in the area, and you have to be within a range. And each time you kill an enemy, it hits this barrier. There's a barrier protecting each one of these, right? And once you kill a certain number of enemies, the barrier drops, and then you can kill the barrier and pick up all the stardust, or like the whichever like pillar that you're fighting, their little fragmentation pieces, and you can use that to build insanely good armor and weapons. That's like the final tier of weapons, with the exception of the Moonlord drops. So that's what we'll be working on next. Unfortunately, this is in the perfect spot to fight, and it's probably the last one we're going to do. I definitely want the Stardust, because the pet that you can get from that one is really awesome. This one, the armor and the weapons are really good for melee, and this is what you want if you want ranged stuff. If you want magic stuff, you want to go with the Nebula first. But since we're doing mostly melee and some ranged, we'll go for these two first. So the Solar used to be, and has always been, one of the hardest ones to do. So the fact that we have a bunch of people right below it is going to make it where they're probably going to get absolutely destroyed. So that's not great, but we'll deal with it. And yeah, other than that, I do believe that's kind of going to do it. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. We are getting close to wrapping everything up. There is a boss that, if anybody knows Terraria, there is a boss other than the Moonlord that they added. I believe they added it after the Moonlord, and we may dive in and see if we can survive it. She is, without a doubt, probably the hardest boss in the game. She can be harder than the Moonlord, depending on if you fight her at night or during the day, but we'll get to that. I'll explain that as we get to it. Her name is the Empress of Light, in case you're wondering. She's pretty tough, and it's kind of like a bullet hell type deal. So I may attempt that. She has some really good loot, and it would be neat to... I mean, at the very least, I'm going to show it off. I can't guarantee if I'll be able to beat her or not. During night, she's much easier. During the day, it doesn't matter what you do. If she touches you, or anything she shoots touches you, it's a one-shot kill, no matter what. So you're not going to survive. It doesn't matter what your armor is. And so there are two challenges for that. But I do want to show off her loot table. So first I have to be able to farm the item that triggers her, and then the second, and you do that in a hallowed, like above ground hallowed biome, and there are these little, like, it looks like a little fairy, but it's completely passive, and you have to catch it with the bug net. And then I'm trying to remember what it's called, like pristine something or other. I don't remember exactly, but anyways, yeah, we'll get to it. I may farm her off camera so I get all of her drops, and then I'll just show you what the battle looks like on camera, so you can see what you're in for if you try to fight her. All right, well, I do hope you enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one. Have a good one.